In the realm of Turkish volleyball, where power meets elegance and passion fuels every leap and spike, two stars rise brighter than the rest: Melissa Vargas and Zehra Güneş. Icons of strength, beauty, and raw talent. But what if the perfect picture we've been shown is only a canvas hiding cracks beneath? What if behind their synchronized movements and joyful celebrations lies a tale of emotional storms, quiet heartbreaks, and whispered betrayals? Once upon a moment, they were seen as sisters, not by blood, but by the game. Two forces colliding in harmony. Melissa, the Cuban-born sensation who found a second home in Turkey. Zehra, the Istanbul jewel beloved across the nation. Together, they were lightning and thunder, electric, bold, and impossible to ignore. They didn't just play volleyball, they became poetry in motion, and the world watched in awe. But something has changed. Behind every perfect pass and high five is a silence growing louder. Smiles that flicker too quickly. Eyes that once sought each other now seem to glance away. And fans are asking, what is really going on between Melissa Vargas and Zehra Güneş? To understand this unfolding mystery, we have to rewind. Melissa's story is one of power and persistence. Born in Cuba, molded by struggle, and armed with a right arm that delivers thunderbolts. Her talent was undeniable, her journey unstoppable. When she became a naturalized Turkish citizen in 2021, it wasn't just a passport, it was a rebirth. And in 2023, when she led Turkey to Volleyball Nations League glory and claimed the MVP crown, she wasn't just accepted, she was embraced as a national hero. Zehra's story, though different, is no less extraordinary. Raised under the lights of Istanbul's volleyball arenas, she bloomed into a national icon. With elegance, grace, and unstoppable blocks, she conquered Europe with Vakifbank Istanbul and captured hearts as the country's volleyball sweetheart. She wasn't just a player, she was the face of a movement. UNICEF ambassador, cultural role model, a social media queen. When these two worlds collided, sparks flew, not just on the court, but off it. Photos began to emerge, shared moments, quiet gestures, whispers of something deeper. Fans were quick to connect the dots. Were they just teammates, or was there something more? The internet exploded with theories. Some saw love, some saw sisterhood, others saw a chemistry that defied labels. And for a while, everything looked perfect. They laughed, they posed, they dominated. But slowly, behind the glittering surface, cracks began to show. As Melissa's star began to soar globally, with big brand endorsements and viral fame, Zehra's dominance on home soil suddenly felt challenged. Not diminished, but perhaps threatened. The unspoken competition between two queens of the same court had begun. And it wasn't long before that subtle rivalry reached the locker room. Whispers, cold shoulders, missed calls, misread signals. Some teammates, envious of the spotlight these two shared, allegedly began to plant seeds of doubt between them. Little comments, side glances, enough to shift the atmosphere from camaraderie to caution. What had once been instinctive became hesitant. Melissa, known for her fire, began to pull back. Zehra, always the composed one, seemed to retreat behind her familiar elegance. And in that emotional distance, fans noticed. On the court, the magic still flickered, but less frequently. The bond, once so effortless, now felt curated. And yet neither of them spoke. There were no interviews, no clarifications, just silence. And in that silence, the rumors grew. Were they fighting? Had they broken apart as friends or more? Had endorsements and attention fractured something sacred? Or was it deeper, a cultural clash, a personal pain, a hidden heartbreak? What made it all the more intense was how dramatically their lives seemed to diverge. Melissa, now worth millions, began gracing international platforms, Nike ads, global magazine features, her name chanted beyond Turkey's borders. Zehra remained Turkey's gem, graceful, poised, and deeply rooted in tradition. While one leaned into global fame, the other held fast to cultural reverence. And somewhere in between, their harmony faltered. At times, it seemed they had found their way back to each other. A smile here, a high five there, glimpses of the bond that once was. But just as quickly, the coldness would return. Matches passed where they barely exchanged a word, and fans watching closely felt it like a sting. The sisterhood was slipping. Even now, neither speaks of the distance, but their eyes do. In every timeout huddle, every point scored, every national anthem sung side by side. Their followers remain divided. Some still believe in their bond, others say it's long gone. But all agree on one thing: something is different. And it's not just a phase. It's a quiet war waged in silence and longing. What makes this story even more haunting is the emotional cycle it seems to follow. From closeness to conflict, from warmth to withdrawal, again and again. Like a storm that never really ends, only quiets before rising again. Some say jealousy is the villain. Others say love turned to rivalry. Still others blame fame, pressure, and the chaos of public life. Perhaps it's all of it, perhaps none. But whatever it is, it's real and unfolding before our eyes. Now, with both stars still lighting up the court, the tension is impossible to ignore. The Turkish national team needs their unity. The fans crave their harmony. But can these two titans of volleyball find their way back? Or has the spotlight split them forever? Maybe one day they'll speak. Maybe they'll tell the world what really happened. Or maybe they'll let their silence be the only answer. Until then, we are left with moments, fragments of a bond that once felt unbreakable, and a story that refuses to fade. The tale of Melissa Vargas and Zehra Güneş is no longer just about volleyball. It's about fame, friendship, friction, and the fragile dance between public image and private truth. It is the story of two queens caught in a storm only they truly understand. And this is just the beginning. In a world where glory often hides the grief and medals mask the mess behind the scenes, the story of Melissa Vargas and Zehra Güneş stands as a reminder that even stars can collide, even bonds can break under the weight of brilliance. What lies ahead for these volleyball queens? Reconciliation or resignation? A rekindled fire or the final whistle on their chapter together? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: this saga is far from over. If you found yourself moved, intrigued, or just hungry for more untold truths in the world of sports and fame, don't just scroll away. Hit that subscribe button and become part of the Anything Trend family, where the silence gets broken, the hidden becomes revealed, and every story unfolds like never before. Until the next twist, keep watching, keep wondering, and keep trending with Anything Trend.